Hey, what's up everybody? Steve here with the Penguin Outdoors YouTube channel. Today, I'm doing something new. So I've had my eyes on something on Amazon for a couple weeks now, but I'm cheap. And if you're like me, you don't really like spending money. Now this particular item is only 20 bucks, but like I said, I'm cheap. This is called a hook stringer. The idea is pretty straightforward. When you catch a fish, you push this in and out around just like a swivel or any number of clips. The end there is sharpened, fish goes around it, hook it back in, you put a carabiner rope, whatever you want on there. And this is great for kayak fishing, spear fishing, stand-up paddleboard fishing. This is cool, and I wanted one for a while. I got to thinking, I can build one of these. Now I have a welder, and I could weld these joints and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not just cheap, I'm also lazy. And quite frankly, not that good with a welder. If you guys would rather pay the 20 bucks, I'll put a link down below to where you can get that thing on Amazon. It's 14 inches, so it's a pretty good size. I'm gonna try and make mine a pretty good size. I'm not really aiming specifically for 14 inches because I've never built one of these and I don't even know if this is gonna work. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it and see how it comes out and then modify my design and my idea from there. So a couple prerequisites. It had to be free because honestly, we're talking about a $20 product. So if you're gonna do it yourself and you're gonna start putting money into it, $20, that's a pretty small threshold. Might as well just buy it. So it had to be free, had to be weld free, had to be something you could do at home with basic tools. And I think I figured something out. Many of you have had local elections going on recently. And what comes with local elections? Signs, specifically yard signs. Yard signs go into the grass with one of these. You can see where this one was pushed in, it's all kind of cattywampus. These are pretty thick, they're pliable. That's the thing, you want it to be bendy. I thought originally about trying to do this with a coat hanger, and I might still make one with a coat hanger just to kind of see how it comes out. And I imagine for smaller fish like panfish, stuff like that, a coat hanger would work fine. I mainly catfish, and you know, 1 to 2 catfish on a coat hanger, yeah, it'd probably work, but these are a little more sturdy. When elections end, people just throw their yard signs away. So if you take a quick drive around, you can probably get a bunch of these for free. If what I have in mind works, you get 2 out of each of these. So my general plan, because these are already welded, awfully spiffy, is to cut this down the middle, take one of these off, you know, cut it flush, and then bend this around to the other one. This one will bend around, and that's where it'll lock in. So this would be gone, and this would loop around, and this would be where it clasps down here. I have no idea how this is gonna go. This is thin enough that you can do it with a pair of snips, or you could do it with a hacksaw like what's on the wall there back behind me. You'll be able to bend it with pliers, and to sharpen the end, I'm going to use an angle grinder and just real easy. You don't have to have an angle grinder. Honestly, you could even take it to the garage floor and you're gonna get a point. Let's get started, see how this goes. Hey guys, I moved inside because my workbench outside is such a disaster. So I got the picture printed out here for reference because I can't keep track of this as I go without a picture to follow. Got some old school snips because I can't find my tin snips. And got some channel locks. And of course, the metal. So I have no idea how long this is gonna take me. So I'm gonna kick on some music. that shot, there was definitely some trial and error and some bend changes and stuff. Now, what I did is I left it long enough that when it hooks through there, I'm pulling on it pretty good. Now, get a big enough fish on there that's thrashing and thrashing and thrashing, it might let go. Might. I don't think that it will. The kind of fish you're going to put on a stringer, I don't think you're going to pull this off. If you get that big of fish, it's probably going in the cooler anyway. At least in my case it is. So for me, I think this is going to work. Heavier steel obviously will make this harder. So would doing a more aggressive bend. The one I showed you on Amazon is 14 inches. This one is right about 12. It's obviously not as pretty and professional as the one on Amazon, but it didn't cost me anything. I bent this over and down to lock that all together. And then I made this a little longer than I did originally, as you saw, because I thought the throw was a little short. So now it's got to come out all the way around there. I'm going to sharpen this end with the grinder. That was the other thing that I did, realizing that this end was going to be sharp, and it's kind of a small area. I tapered it in towards here some. You could definitely make this bigger. You could make it smaller. You can make it much cleaner in the bends. I'm not a fabricator. I am literally your best example of just a dude who's cheap and tries to figure out how to build stuff. I'm also going to take the grinder while I got it out, and I'm going to smooth that out. So let's do that. Guys, when you're using a grinder, it's important to wear safety glasses. I don't really harp on safety equipment because I'm not that good at using it. But metal shavings in the eye sucks. I don't know where my safety glasses are, and I don't feel like looking for them. These are not safety glasses. These are blenders. Pro tip, it is super sketchy to plug in a grinder while it's sitting on the ground by your feet when you're wearing flip-flops. It's also a bad idea to hold the grinder and the piece at the same time. That's what we're gonna do. There's no OSHA in this garage. So I am going to leave just a little bit of it. I kind of had this thought after I got going. Had I already had this thought, I might have left the whole thing. I'm kind of going to use it like a barb so that there's some resistance to sliding up the rest of the shaft. I don't think it's going to matter, and I don't even think it's going to work, but I'm going to leave it there just in case. All right, let's sharpen the end of this bad boy. Woo! That's warm. Duh. Now be careful when you do that part. I actually trimmed away some of my length, not much, but a little, not because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But I think that point is going to get her done. So there we have it. A ghetto, but free, do-it-yourself hoop stringer. Now, I can make another one of these because I've got the other half of the sign holder that I cut in half. And trust me, there's probably at least 10 of these things over at my parents' house from different political stuff. So for no cost at all and just a little bit of time, I can make like 15 to 20 of these if I wanted to. And I'm betting y'all have sign holders real available in your area right now. And if you don't, there's a lot of stuff you could do this with. You could find heavier metal, lighter metal. I think having built one, I think a wire coat hanger would work fine for crappie and stuff. I don't expect any issues on this with eating size catfish, which is the kind that I would take home anyway. I'll drop an update in the comments after I've done some fishing with it and let you know. My idea with it is to just leash it with a carabiner to the kayak. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know this isn't the most professional thing you're gonna see today, but it's free and it's gonna work. It's gonna be functional. It's pretty cool. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, especially if you think this is going to be an epic failure and you want to call me out on it now. Don't forget to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you find out when new content is available. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.